Hello everyone, my name is Zikora. Welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about human nature, human behavior. I'm no psychologist, but human behavior interests me so much. So I want to talk about it. Us humans, our behavior is so complex, but I believe it can still be understood. Like everyone's like, oh no, human beings are too complicated, too deep. You can never figure a person out. I disagree. I just think it needs studying. Okay, so by studying, I mean like everyone taking time to study themselves and understand themselves. So you individually, everyone, me, you, everyone has to take time out and study themselves and understand, themselves. Like I'll bet you anything that many people, a lot of people have no clue who they are. They can't describe themselves. That's why some people will describe themselves a certain way, but when you observe them, you'll find they are nothing like what they describe. They are nothing like that. They don't know who they are. Most people describe themselves in a way that like they want to be. This is who they want to be. Characters that they wish they possess. Okay, there are characters that is socially acceptable that they wish they possess, and most times people will just tell you a desired trait that they wish they have in their head. This is what a decent person, a good person, a person that this society accepts and loves. This is who that person is. So it's in their head. They know this person, and that's who they would describe themselves as. And they genuinely believe that they are like that. For example, they can say, "Oh, I'm so." They believe they are very good. I'm good. I never try to upset people, and you know, they believe they are respectful and peaceful people, but in reality, they are opposite. I personally know someone that would describe himself as peaceful, minding his business and not wanting trouble, except he's the biggest drama king you can ever meet. Like, this person is so chaotic and destructive, and it's not just from my personal experience, from him and observation of him, is also from what others like. He's everywhere he goes, there seems to be problem or chaos, and everybody just seems to get angry. Some people even seems to actually hate him when you get to know him. Like, how can such a good person be so chaotic? Anyway, um, but genuinely, he thinks he's so good and everybody loves him. I've never seen such delusion, but some people are like that because they don't really know who they are. They don't know. So it really begs the question. Okay, here is my question for today. Are humans so complex and unpredictable that no single person can be trusted? Honestly, I need to hear your opinion on this. I need to know what you think. Do you think we're so complicated and so unpredictable? Because sometimes you think you know someone, you think you know what's going on in their mind or what they can do, and then they do something. It's like, no way. Do you believe that no one can be trusted? That because nobody can ever be figured out. I don't 100% believe that, because the reason why I'm so confident is because, like, when I talk about studying yourself, it's something that I've spent almost, if not more than 15 years now of my life doing. Okay, I've used like the past 15 years or more to study my own self, my own personal self, and then trying to understand like human behavior in general. um when I say study myself, uh anyway, just trying to understand my feelings, my thought process, my why I am who I am today, and how I can become a better person, and you know live a better life, because it's completely tied if you're going to have a better life now and in the future. So in order to do this, there are so many things you need to learn and go through. But once you learn them, I believe you can 100% understand your thought patterns, your feelings, your perspective, your personality, and how and why you are exactly how you are. I believe it can be studied, and I believe it can be understood. And I believe that We're not as complicated as we think we are. It's just that we have no understanding of why we're doing certain things. There are the subconscious mind is very powerful. There's a lot of things in the back of our mind that is not obvious. So the moment you start studying, all those things will start coming to the forefront. As soon as you understand why you act or why you think or why you feel a certain way. In fact, some of our responses to life is actually hormonal response, some are traumatic response. So you need to understand every single aspect of this. And once that happens, once you gain that clarity for yourself, for your personal self, understanding people around you becomes so easy. I'm telling you, you cannot understand people if you don't understand yourself. That's why it looks like we cannot figure people out, because we don't even know who we are. So you can easily figure people out without judgment, without anger. Even if someone tries to hurt you, for example, you can acknowledge that it's unacceptable. Yeah, like what they're doing is unacceptable, and it's a no. But you won't even be upset with them because you can understand they don't deserve that kind of energy. Now, let's look at topics you should go through to understand yourself. Some of the things you should be doing in order to work out who you are. First, you need to go back to your childhood. You really need to remember every forgotten incident. Write down your memories and how they made you feel at that time. Was it a happy, a normal, or traumatic childhood? What kind of early life did you have? Because that plays a big role into who you are now. And then if you can work it out up until now, you can lay out a better future. Okay, once you figure that part out, like your early childhood, you can try to figure out how that has shaped you to become who you are now. One way you could know who you are now is by taking some personality tests online. This test would throw a light on your behavior 100%. I'm going to try and post some links to this video, like some of the tests that you can take online. Now, these tests are not professional diagnosis. I'm not saying that they are final. Okay, you might need a qualified professional to maybe tell you if you're having a traumatic response to certain things in your life, what's going on. They can actually provide professional qualified diagnosis. That's not what this test is about. Do this test online, but they will definitely throw a light on a lot of questions you might have, provide you with closure that you need to heal and become a more well-rounded person. They will actually let you know, because if you quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's definitely a duck. They will let you know if you have something going on, whether it be personality disorder, mental disorder, or just generally throwing a light into your personality type. Are you a neurotypical, or do you have are you a very empathetic person? Do you have empath? Are you an empath? I even have gone as far, like, this no test online that I've not taken. I've gone as far as taking stuff like Enneagram test. I don't know if you've ever heard about Enneagram. I think I'm pronouncing it well. Test. This test will tell you exactly how you behave and why you behave that way, and that will help you like have some sort of grace on yourself. You understand? You give yourself some grace, because sometimes we, this video is mostly for good people, because it's good people that beat themselves up and can't understand why they are being hurt and they're not allowed to get angry and all this. But if you can understand why, I'll give you an example. I used to know this guy. Some of the things he says, oh my goodness, it's offensive, it's cruel, it's mean, I cannot even be described. And he just keeps saying those things like effortlessly. I'm like, does this person nothing? But I'm not the type I didn't used to be assertive, and I'm not the kind of person that like to offend people. So I let it go on. This person is just hurting me with their words. Until one day, I just, through my research, studying, this person ticked every box on what they call what are they, like Asperger's syndrome. These are people that have no, I'm not saying that Asperger's syndrome people are mean. No, this one is just an a-hole, whatever. But the inability to um censor your word, like inability to, people that have no filter, they just, the first thing that pops in their head, they say it, you understand? It can be very, very challenging to deal with. They are not usually mean people, you understand? But if someone is always talking like that around you, it can become annoying, like what is this person saying? But if you understand Asperger's and understand what's going on, it takes away, like, you can empathize and be like, okay, this person, this is what's happening, and then you can let them be who they are, you see. But this one was being very, very mean and vindictive. I don't know if that's just who that one is, but I believe that Asperger's was making it easy for him to just vomit things, you understand? So it took away that power from that person to hurt me, just because I was aware of, there's something else going on with this person, this is not normal, you know. So it does help us to deal with a lot of behavior from human beings if only we have understanding of ourselves, what's triggering us, what they're saying, is even, why even taking it personal when it's their own problem and things like that. So this topic is just too important to me that I'm going to have another part to this video discussing some of these tests and how, they can help us. And I really want to hear your opinion on what you think about human behavior. I don't think we are a lost cause. I think we need a lot of studying, to understand ourselves. And I'm not saying that you need to give people a chance just because something else is wrong with them. That's not what I'm saying. Like, if you're that kind of person that you tolerate people to your point where even though they are hurting you, you you still stay around them, then there's something wrong with you. You still have problem you need to deal with. Okay, you do not become codependent with nasty people just because you understand that there's something wrong with them. No, it means you still have a problem. Okay, you you have to you have to learn how to love people from a safe distance, like stay away and just love them from them, not be angry, not let their energy affect you, and just realize that they have to work on themselves by themselves. But as you're doing your work on yourself, every other person needs to get to work and actually figure themselves out. It's not always someone else's problem. We should not always point finger like, oh, is this person problem? Is this person problem? No, you have to also do work on yourself so that those problems will not be your problem anymore. They will not affect you anymore. So I'm gonna leave this video here, but I will still pick up on human behavior because again, it's just something that intrigues me and it's something that I'm constantly learning, and I want us to learn together, and I want to hear your opinion on it. In the meantime, bye. Have a good week ahead. I'll talk to you soon.